Alright, quick update on Solana. So I haven't been covering this as frequently. People who are new to my channel might even wonder if I do cover Solana. I used to cover Solana on a daily basis. However, for the past week or so, for the past week or two really, we've just been a complete stablecoin and we really are just trading to the side in this range right now. So I wanted to share some news with you, and I also wanted to give you a quick update on the macro technicals. If we start off with our oscillators, you can literally see we're putting in higher lows on the money flow indicator, and the money flow looks like it wants to start to push up, which is a very good sign. If we look at the relative strength index on the daily, we've been beat down for quite some time right now. So I imagine we are very close to our bottom if we haven't already seen the bottom for Solana. Once again, I talked about this in my last couple of videos. The worst case scenario for Solana, in my opinion, is a move down to $90, which is your 786 fib. And that really needs to hold, because a move below your 786 would mean this micro move to the upside has been invalidated, and a move back down to the lows of $80 would mean that this triple bottom is now going to be invalidated as well. And I always talk about this, you hear about double bottoms and triple bottoms. You don't want to see a quadruple bottom. In my opinion, that is the point where it's just been tested way too much, and we could potentially see a flush to the downside. So I do personally like the setup of Solana right now. The oscillators are looking very nice. The daily volume, nothing too much, but it looks okay. It looks okay. The past 4 hours, we're seeing a slight step up in volume. We are emming out, but we are also, it does look like we're building something like an asymmetrical triangle, or we're building, we're building in this triangle pattern right now, where we're kind of just really consolidating. And this is my point. We are the exact same price today as we were back here on the 11th of April. So it's been a boring couple of weeks for Solana. I think this is really healthy though. I think a lot of people might be worried about this right now. I'm going to let you know a few reasons why I'm not worried about this. Number one, we have just had a triple bottom and a huge explosion. I honestly think the best thing for us to do is to hop above this 618 fib and just chill around these regions for the next week. And the reason why it's specifically for the next week is the news that I wanted to get into. The Fed meeting is coming into next week, and it should be on the 3rd or the 4th, which is, in the next 5 to 6 days or so. So I think within the next 6 to 7 days, when this Fed meeting is wrapped up, if it's nothing too diabolical, and I did just talk about this in my Dogelon Mars video, I think as long as nothing insane is in this Fed meeting, then I think we will be seeing a big increase in the crypto markets once volatility returns, and it is returning to the upside, in my opinion. This normally happens the week before these Fed meetings. The price normally loves to chill out, it loves to relax, panic sellers sell, and then once the Fed meeting comes out, if there's no bad news, smart money and whales jump back into the market. That causes FOMO, the price goes up dramatically, tons of volume comes in, people talk about trend reversals. That is when retail starts FOMOing in, and that is normally when we see these big parabolic shifts. BTC starting to head up very nicely on the day. We're currently fighting with the 40,000 level. We are above this ascending channel, so we should start to see some good momentum come in for Solana. And specifically Solana priced against Bitcoin, it has already been massively outperforming. I mean, we're coming back down to our 618 fib right now, so I would hope that we do hold the 24305. However, Solana is just so extremely bullish. This is a micro fib, by the way. This is also your macro 618, but your macro, this is your macro 0.5, and your macro 618 is all the way down here. So if we look at the Solana BTC pair, this trend that we've been putting in is just unbelievably bullish, in my opinion. I love how we've had this huge trend consolidated on the upside, really built up some levels that we can come back to on our next run up, and we've had a throwback. This was a fake out, I guess, to the upside, if you want to call it, or a double retest, double top, more like a triple top, to be fair. But once again, we came down, we perfectly back tested the 618. We spent absolutely no time around the 618. Like, we came down to the 618 and it was like, boom, confidence is back in Solana. Solana started rallying back against Bitcoin. We were talking about Solana having this triple bottom. That is what we've done so far. I personally thought Solana would hold $100. We have tumbled a bit below $100, so I was wrong on that accord. However, I do think, worst comes to worst, $90 will hold for Solana. And Solana is incredibly bullish. The daily time frame, the weekly time frame is getting ready for a huge market momentum shift to the upside. In my opinion, I don't think Solana could be any more undervalued than it is right now. The fundamentals on Solana are crazy. The amount of devs, the amount of development, the amount of projects that are being built on the Solana ecosystem is absolutely crazy. The amount of funds that are being locked up in Solana right now, the amount of people that are building on Solana is exponentially growing. I think at some point we are going to not take over Ethereum. I never think that's going to happen, and that is coming from someone who holds a ton of Solana and absolutely no Ethereum because they don't like Ethereum. I don't think Solana is going to flip Ethereum. However, I do think we are going to eclipse a lot of their market cap. We're looking pretty good. That is all I've got for you. To wrap up the video, once again, the link to the Discord is in the description. If you did want to come and join, it will be there if you do want to come and talk to the community. It is just going to be memes, jokes, the community talking, chart setups, important information, new altcoins to talk about, and yeah, just a bit of everything really. So that's all I've got for Solana today. Still looking pretty good. I think this consolidation before the Fed meeting is probably the best thing that Solana could do. That is all I've got. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And as always, cowboy out. Peace.